Something else that's really fun to establish or to kind of intentionally go in and decide is kind of just exploring what your reading style is. So for me, when I read, what usually happens is I'll get sort of almost like when I read a book, for instance, Harry Potter, I'll reference that because it's one of my favorites, is I'll see kind of this little like movie in my head. So I'm reading the words on the page and then a movie kind of forms in my mind and I can see all these different like visuals and I imagine what the characters look like. And so when I'm reading tarot for someone, it works very, very much the same way. So I kind of get this like little movie picture and I'll get inserts of actual movies that I have watched or actual books or actual kind of almost like movie dialogues of my own life. And I'll be like, oh, I went through this. This is how I felt. This is what I experienced. This is what I saw. So those are the kind of visuals that I get. But some people, they're going to experience obviously their intuition in any amount of ways. So you can, in my opinion, you have a say of how you receive messages. So if you want to get some in a more like hear them, and it won't be like the same way that you hear things around you. It's a little bit different, but you might hear actual words and you may be translating those. Maybe you're like me and you see sort of the general storyline, or you get incorporated into the, like in the middle. I've been in the middle of people's stories before, and that's really cool. Maybe that's a way. Maybe you get more visual. Like I know people that get more like objects or items or things that they see. Another way my intuition used to work a little bit more, and I find just kind of refining a bit more now, but when it first started, I just kind of just knew stuff. Like I just all of a sudden knew something and I didn't understand how I knew it, but I just did. And that's kind of something. If you are someone who wants to explore, there's a book. I'll actually go find what the title is and the author. But there's clairs. There's one of the like clairsentience, clairaudience, clairvoyance, and they're all like the different ways that you can kind of interpret your intuition. It's a really cool book that has just a lot of like basic notes on operating, using intuition and using various tools. It's sort of like a user manual. I actually, I will go find it and offer it as a title to read. But something that you can work on is just establishing kind of how you like to get messages as a reader, and you can request things. And like I said, it's a collaboration. So it's something you go, hey, I would like to receive information this way. It won't be instantaneous, but it's something that you can kind of build on. This is the book that I was talking about. It's Your Psychic Self by Melissa Oliveras. And if you're someone who's been exploring your intuition for a while, it's a little boring, maybe is maybe not the right word, but it's definitely like user manual style. So it's not necessarily like a story that you're going to read front to back. And it's definitely something you can kind of go through and revisit. It's one of those ones where you like bookmark the pages that you want to go back to or that were really helpful for you. Anyways, I can't recommend it enough. I will put a link down below and you can access it if you want to.